What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, the 24th of November, pre-Thanksgiving podcast, you bad motherfuckers. It's a beautiful motherfucking day to be alive. We're here, we're queer. Some shit going down. Did you guys see what the fuck happened in California?
Welcome to Apex Interstellar.
With 80 people, they got an 80-man gang, and they just busted into the fucking whatever store and took everything. It was the biggest smash and grab in the history of smash and grabs. I saw that shit and I was like, that's some fucking interesting shit. I'm a fucking criminal type of guy myself, and I never thought about that enterprise. That's not a bad fucking idea. I mean, remember like Lex Luthor? Remember like when you watch shows and shit, there was always that criminal enterprise guys? Yeah, see, we're gonna do this like this. And his name was always Lefty or Louie. And he, you know, like when you watch fucking Superman 2, Lex Luthor was in charge of the crime and all. Like when you watch the Batman shows, Penguin, they all had these criminal enterprises. I'm in the mood now to put together a...
Just so you know, there's no active conflict at the moment.
I never considered myself a criminal fucking enterprise, even though I was a fucking criminal. I gotta tell you, when I was in Boulder in 94, 95,
Victor, go the spoils.
I was a criminal one-man show organization. I'm not very proud of this, but holy shit did I go off in that town. I never went back to Boulder because of the fucking...
Just remember, the peace never lasts. Check back soon.
It was not the way you act in Boulder. You know, those people in Boulder were very nice fucking people. And I unleashed a crime spree in Boulder from fucking... In 1985, I moved to Boulder for the first time. And I remember, this is the asshole that I was. I remember walking around on a Sunday night, having money in my pocket and having money in my bank account. One of the only times in my life I had a substantial fucking bank account. And walking on the Boulder Mall one night on a Sunday night, I used to steal just because I was bored. Like, who the fuck does that? There was one of those cookie things, that you go to at the mall. They have like chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, what do they call Sarah Lee or something? I don't fucking know. They just sell chocolate chip cookies, chunk macadamia. They got some brownies in there. It's like a kid's store. They left the window open like this much, and I was walking by, and I ripped the screen off, went in there. I stole, if there was $35 in there, it was too much. So when I saw that it was just $35, I couldn't get into the safe, I just stole some cookies. I brought the cookies home with me, like 12 fucking cookies. Like, that's the asshole that I was, you know. What did I get from breaking into that cookie place? I broke a window. I got $35. I broke the register. It cost them a bunch of money to wake up. They come in the next day. They see what the fuck is going on. I got cookies all over the fucking floor. The window's broken. You know, what did I fucking accomplish? That's why I never understood why people, like my wife, loves to leave. Like if she'll take $1 out for the toll, she'll leave the $1 in the middle and close the door. Guess what? Somebody will break your window for that $1. How do I know? Because I did it. I would fucking do it. I would break a window for $1 because I thought there was more in there. You follow me? When you have the mind of a criminal, you think there's more in there. And that's why it's not worth it. It's like when you steal. I never stole a car stereo. Number one, I always knew that when the cars, like if you get a car stereo from stock and you take it out, it's not going to work on another car, you fucking idiot. So I was never really a stereo fucking guy. Like I had friends who, that's what they did every night. They went out and busted into cars and stole stereos out of cars. That always seemed fucking childish to me. But Sears Roebuck in Richfield Park put their fucking car stereos. They had those Blaupunks. They put about 300 of them by the door like a Christmas sale one year. Me and Darren Rago fucking took every single one of them. We'd go there and take 5 of the fucking shot, put them in the back and fucking tail off. It was fucking crazy. One day, me and Rago were in the car. We quit, you know, like we were in high school. We said, fuck it, we gotta play hooker. We have no money. Rago came from the same house as me. You know, his parents gave him like $20 for the week, and that was it. If you want to do coke, you want to do Quaalude, you want to get your dick sucked, you gotta steal, Jack. So we would hook up in the mornings, you know, because there's no security at the stores early in the morning. They don't get in till like 12. So we would go like at 10 and fucking, you know, take 5 car stereos, do fake returns and shit like that. But one time, we took a bunch of fucking car stereos, and he was in the ice box. He had this car that we called the ice box because it had no heat. You know, like when your father and parents first give you a car, they give you their car when it's beat up, when you first get your first 16 and a half. His car was called the Icebox. And it was tougher than fucking nails, this car. And I'll never forget that. We loaded the 5 stereos in the trunk of the car, and he went to back up. I'll never forget. He was doing maybe 10 miles an hour. He hit this car. He dented the fucking car, and the car was shaking as we were driving off. I'm like, damn, look at that fucking car. It was doing the mambo by himself. It was just shaking, and then it just stopped. That's how hard he hit that fucking car. So when it comes to criminal enterprises, I've always thought I'm pretty good at it. Like, I could always divide. Like, you know, I did all that shit. Like, I did the gas stations in Jersey. I've been allowed to say that too loud because I'm here now and they'll come get me. But they got to prove it. It was 19. Yeah, they're in no danger. They got to find a witness. If you worked in a gas station in 85, you're not in good shape right now. Trust me when I'm telling you. So who gives a fuck? They're never going to find me. But I did that every day in New York and New Jersey for fucking months. And then I just left. I just got on a plane on a People's Express and just fucking left to Colorado. And they're like staking gas stations out. Like, they were staking. That's how many gas stations I was just getting a job in and robbing. They didn't send a memo out to gas stations or anything. The last gas station I did was a fucking, like a, I just saw that. Did you see in Jersey? They made all the fucking gas stations a different name. So like somebody took a picture the other day and it was Bruce Springsteen gas station. Like they have like James Gandolfini. Anybody from New Jersey now has their own little gas station in memoriam. You know what I'm saying? Like if they did good things. Yeah, like the Turnpike ones, you know? So there's one called the Vince Lombardi fucking whatever up north. It's up north. It's like a park and ride. When I saw that gas station, I was like, Eureka, because I was stealing like fucking, you know, you ever go to a gas station that have like 2 fucking islands, 4 islands? Like I was doing those little gas stations, like mom and pop gas stations. But one day I was taking a ride out to Little Ferry or some shit, and I saw my buddy had I saw that center, you know, the Vince Lombardi fucking center. Listen to me, they got like 100 islands. In my mind, this was, oh my God, this was like the Pierre de la Resistance. I was working at a high volume fucking place. Like all the other, what I'm trying to say is all the other places were mom and pop grandma places, and I was still getting cash. This was a high volume place. I was gonna hit this big. Like this was my last fucking hit. I was going to Colorado and that's it. I got away with it for 2 months. I went to this fucking gas station. They told me to come in at 1. I went at 1, and it was one car after the other, Jack. They weren't fucking around. I didn't turn around. All I kept doing was 5. Fill it up. 10, 15, fill it up. And I'm, you know me, I'm putting fucking $2 in. I'm hanging pumps. I'm stealing from all directions. I got money in this pocket, money in this pocket, money in my sock, money in my nutsack. I got money fucking everywhere. And finally, it looked like it was going to rain. I was going to milk that fucking gas pump till 10. I think it was a 1 to 10 gas shift. The first hour they made me pump with somebody else, and then after that they let me go on my own and gave me my own bank. Holy fuck. I swear to God, you know, when you're pumping gas, you get a wad about 4 inches long. Don't get me wrong, it's a Juro, you know, there's a lot of singles in there and whatnot, there's a lot of fucking, but it was this fucking big. And the guy kept asking me, have you dropped yet? I'm like, yeah. I kept dropping like $100. He's like, you gotta drop 1,000 at a time. Fuck you. Let me tell you something. When that fucking thunder hit, I went up to him and I go, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, it's all the way over there. You gotta wait till your shit. Fuck you. I'm going to the fucking bathroom.
Could you move over a moment?
I can't go to the bathroom. I'm working. And I just went into the fucking thing and I walked out with the rest of the people. And I got on that fucking bus and I walked all the way to the back. I took out that wad. It was this fucking thick. I went in my nutsack. I had another 5 fucking $100 bills in there. It was a score. You don't count the money till you get to New York City. It's bad luck. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give the universe the thought that you think you got away with it yet. So I just sat in my seat there, and people getting on the bus and starting to fill out the buses and fucking lining up, and I'm like, when the fuck are this bus gonna take off? And I look over and I see fucking cop cars, and I see a little Indian dude, the dude who hired me, talking to a fucking cop. And the cops are coming in from all over looking, and they're busting in, they're going into the fucking service station, and I'm on the bus sitting there going, bus driver, we got to speed it up a little bit. We're going to hit some fucking traffic. And the guy's like, I got to wait for everybody to come on the fucking bus. What are you talking about? And finally, fucking one person came on, more. I'm looking. They're looking around. They started looking around. They're like, where could he have disappeared to? And they look back and they're like, maybe he's on the bus. And they started looking at the buses. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead. They're going to come on the bus. And I just said, God, fucking bail me out of this one. And I'll never rob another gas station again. And next thing you know, I heard the engine opening up. And they started getting the cars and going to the buses. But they went to the first bus first. It was like 4 buses from me. I thought they were going to shut down all the buses, and my bus driver said, fuck it, let's get out of here. We got out of there. I remember like fucking not even looking at the cops and the little Indian dude. I just pulled out of there. Next thing you know, we were on the turnpike headed into Manhattan. I still had one more fucking obstacle. Port Authority in New York. Sometimes they said cops there. One time they did it to me. I got into a little beef on the Fort Lee side. When I got to the Port Authority side, there were 2 cops there to fucking greet me, to welcome me to New York. But I told them what had happened. They said, fuck it, get the fuck out of here. So I fucking, that was the end. I fucking landed in Port Authority. I walked out. I'm like, God, please. I hope there's not a cop here. I got to get to Colorado. I walked off. There wasn't a cop to be seen. I went straight to a martial arts store and I bought that Bruce Lee suit from Game of Death with the yellow and the fucking black stripe, and then I took it home and I didn't fit in it. So what a waste of fucking time that was. But I made out with some money. But my point being that I always looked at myself as a criminal type of guy. I always like found like a loophole. Am I proud of this? No, guy. No, guys. But when you're doing coke, this is the shit you think of. You know, I was talking to Rich Voss and we were talking about drugs, you know, and the effects on drugs. And he was telling me that when he was getting high 30 years ago, that he was smoking crack with a friend of his one day in Philly. And one of his friends fucking took the biggest hit of crack and put the pipe down and then fell out of the car. Like his lungs, like he just fell out of the fucking car. He was coughing. And he said that Rich, he goes, this is my best friend. And at that moment, I'm hoping that he dies so I could take his money and his drugs and his car and go home. But he wouldn't do that today. But that just goes to show you the mind of an addict. That's how we always think. You were your best friend. He dies of a hit of crack. You're not going to take him to the doctor. Fuck him. You're going to take his crack, take his money and his car and leave him there. That's where your mind goes. So, you know, that's just the way life is. That's, you know, my mind hasn't thought like that in years. But when my mind was racing, that's what it was racing. It was racing all those, how to make a buck, how to fucking rob somebody, how to break into a house. I mean, I would just come, I would go to a doctor's office. Let's say I was going to a doctor's office. And I walk to the doctor, I saw something, all that shit would go away. Fuck the doctor in his office, I'm going to rob something. I remember having a lawsuit and I had to go to a chiropractor for him to fucking check me out and see where we were going. And the next thing you know, I went there. It was a Saturday, the Boom Boom Mancini fight was on. This is back in 81, 82, 83. Everybody was watching the Boom Boom Mancini fight. It was a fight to the death. I went to the bathroom, and on the way to the bathroom at the doctor's office, I saw there was a suitcase in one of the doctor's offices. You know, I opened up that motherfucker, took the checkbook and the fucking prescription pad. What was I gonna do? I didn't even do anything with the checkbook. I gave it to a friend, and what happened? A week later, the cops come to my house. He got arrested with the fucking checkbook, and I got a conspiracy to fucking defraud somebody or some shit. I think I still got the warrant in Bergen County. They just got rid of it when I moved back 30 years fucking later. So that was always my luck, you know what I'm saying? But this, I think it's the pandemic. I don't know what sparked it, but these criminals have been coming out of everywhere. I saw the fucking numbers. Waterboxer, one of the guys I follow on Twitter, good guy, posted the numbers for California a couple days ago. Everything except car theft rose 77%. Murders are up 77%. Aggravated robberies with a weapon are up 70%. Robberies are up 70%. Muggings are up 60%. Car thefts are up 50%. These are all organized, guys. This is not, they banded together last year. This last summer was when they fucking hatch their plan. And if you look at Vegas, if you look at San Francisco, if you look at California, if you look at Portland, Chicago, fucking crime is up big time. I mean, big time. Weapons, murders are up big time. I don't know what's happening to the world right now, but it just doesn't fucking feel right. That's why I'm happy. It's Thanksgiving. Today we were supposed to have a Zoom with Steve Simone because nobody yells Thanksgiving more than me and Steve Simone being together. That's family, you know. I dig Steve a lot. He's down in Florida. When the pandemic happened in California, me, Steve, Dean, Lee, Jimmy Schubert, Dan, I forget what his name is, we all got so tight. That was the one thing about the pandemic that I think I've gotten tighter with my people, because I have a small circle in New Jersey, but I care for them a lot. Like Mike, I care a lot about Mike. My circle isn't as big as LA anymore. But it's just so weird how you join together with your people when things go dangerous. I remember 9/11, you know. 9/11 happened in the morning, and I was home, and all of a sudden I got a call from Rogan. He never used to come down in the daytime. Very rarely, unless he was coming down for a meeting or something. He called me up on 9/11 that morning. He's like, how do you feel? I'm coming down. I remember that we all went to Mike Favorman's house, a bunch of us, Ricky Cruz, Ralphie, fucking all of us just got together that day. And whatever you had going on, you put it aside, and we all were sitting by the TV. I think about those days, and I'm like, wow, man, we really had a special thing there. And I remember after Favorman's house, we all went to Ralphie's, me, Jay Moore, fucking Celine, Jody Fertig, fucking Josh Wolf. There had to be 20 of us. Ralphie was poor as fuck at that time. We all were. And Ralphie, me, we all chipped in and put together a fucking gumbo on 9/11, the original day. I'll never forget, I got mad at Jay Moore because he criticized Ralphie's shrimp. I mean, we didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we could buy fucking prawns for this jambalaya. So we just bought the little Katrina shrimp, you know, the little ones that came from Katrina, pre-Katrina, fucking, they had eyes and shit. And, you know, Jay was saying shit, but that doesn't even matter. We had such a good time, you know? And that's the whole thing. Like, people never really understood why I wanted to come back to Jersey. People never really understood. I'm gonna tell you now, after 15 fucking months, I wanted to be close to family. Again, you're like, Joey, not for nothing, you got no family. I got no blood family, but I got tons of family here. And some of these people that I've just recently met, they're becoming my family like the way Mike is. You know, this is it, guys. I don't like acquaintances. I don't like small chatter. I like you to be involved with me, or if not, take a fucking hike. If you're not in, you know what I'm saying? If I don't know your daughter's name, if you don't know my daughter's name, if I don't know, it's like, you know. But it's so weird how I got family. I wanted to get close. We were looking at a time in this country right now. We're not in a good place, guys. We're fucking around here on the podcast. We're cracking stupid jokes and shit, but we're doing all right. But there's a lot of fucking people that are struggling right now. A lot of people that are fucking struggling. I mean, you know, financially, mentally is the big one. I mean, I'm no fucking genius, but you go on social media, and there's a lot of people fucking losing it. If you guys notice, I haven't been fucking around too much on social media. I wish you a nice good morning. I put up the podcast, I put up a song, and I move along. I wish you a good day. It's not good. Guys, I get insulted every time. This has never happened. Like, this has never fucking happened to me where you post something positive. Not about anything like, you know, I don't give a fuck about Pete and fucking Kardashian. I mean, you know, is life this bad that we all gotta live vicariously through Kim Kardashian? I love Pete Davidson. He's a great fucking kid. With the emphasis on kid. He's a kid. He's just looking to have fun. All these people online fucking, what's their lure of Pete Davidson? He's a kid. He's 27 years old. He's probably got a 9-inch cock. with a tattoo on it, you know what I'm saying? And he's on one of the best shows on fucking television. Now, I don't like the show, but it is one of the best shows on television. You get on a show on a television, I don't care if you're missing fucking an eye, you got one thing of hair, you're gonna find some bitch to suck your dick because they're gonna think you're special. So, he's good looking, he's got a great fucking job, he's a comedian, what else do you need? He's gonna fuck bitches all the time. If you're gonna stop every time he fucks a bitch to analyze the situation, you're gonna lose. Just because he's gonna keep fucking bitches. Kim is just a couple months. He'll dump her, they'll break up. And like the way he was with the chick from fucking Underground, because that's the hottest chick in the fucking world. Underworld, that whatever her fucking Kate Beckinsale is fucking smoking. And it's not even her body and her face. Wait till she opens her mouth with that little Australian accent. You're like, what the fuck? Whatever it is, Australian English, it makes my dick hard no matter what the fuck it is. I mean, I like the Underworld movies. They're not classics to me. I bet they're classics to somebody else. But, you know, everybody's jumping on poor fucking, this poor kid now because he's slinging dick. Let him sling dick. He's a great kid. He's funny as fuck. And he's just, listen, I don't know if you've ever been around a warm person. Pete Davidson, to top all his tattoos and Staten Island and Saturday Night Live, he's a warm, sweet fucking kid. I met Pete Davidson doing Opie and Anthony. I forget who was on with us, but him and I had a blast. We were smoking a vapor pen and shit. Back and forth. Then I saw him at the store one night, and he was buck wild again. I gave him some fucking Joey Diaz murder reefer. He was all happy and shit. We're kids. I'm a 58-year-old fucking kid. When you get that through your head, your life will be a lot easier. Yes, I'm serious, and I respect my business, and I get up in the morning, and I work hard, but I'm a fucking kid. You know, when you're a fucking kid, you're just looking to have fun. Tomorrow is Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, is me and my wife's anniversary. We've been together for 12 fucking years. When I met Terry, I was 37 years old. If you thought I was gonna marry Terry, you got rocks in your fucking head. I wasn't gonna marry anybody. When I got into comedy, I had gotten divorced and the whole thing. My goal was to do one thing, and I swear this to you guys. Smoke pot, do coke, do comedy, drive, and eat some pussy on the road. That's all I wanted to do. That was it. Lenny Bruce Jr. Not that I have the talent of Lenny Bruce, but that's what comedy is. You know, last year when all these people came out with these fucking allegations against this one and that one and myself, they forgot the most important thing about comedy. People who get into comedy don't get it. I mean, yeah, you have some nice people in comedy like Bill Burr and, you know, the guy I like. Who's the funny guy I like that he went to rehab and he dumped his wife and he's with John Mulaney, you know. They're nice fucking guys, you know, they're real sweet guys. Well, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, so when I met Terry, it was just like, hang out until she figures out that I'm a fucking loser and throws me the fuck out. That all I want to do is fuck and suck and eat and smoke dope. You know, when is she gonna realize that? But Terry hit me different. Terry hit me from a different spot, guys. You know, like, I don't know if you've ever fallen in love. Falling in love is fucking great, man. I think one of my favorite fucking songs when I'm in the radio, like when I'm in the car, the song that makes me the happiest is Remember the Time When We Fell in Love. You know, I know that's a song by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson writing it to his kids and shit, you know, whatever. I think, and I mean, me and Mike are both from the heavy metal world. We both like fucking Alice in Chains, Nirvana. We were talking about Pearl Jam. I think Pearl Jam is great. I was looking for an argument with Mike before. I'm like, fucking Pearl Jam is the best fucking band. I mean, they are. 30 fucking years they've been doing it. No complaints, no drama. You know, they bitched at Ticketron when they were young because they were confused. They wanted to be at top of the world, but they remembered, what the fuck are we? We're not social, whatever. We're a fucking band. And they're fucking phenomenal, you know? But anyway, to get back to Terry, like, I didn't want to do anything. But Terry hit me from, we've all fallen in love, man. And it's, You know what sucks about life for me and Mike right now? We'll never fall in love again. Mike's with his wife. I'm with my wife. Those first couple of tingles when you fell in love, oh my God, they're fucking great. And that's why I love that Michael Jackson song. I don't know if you guys know the song I'm talking about. Remember the Time? That have you seen that video lately? Holy shit. It's like watching David Lee Roth's I Ain't Got Nobody. Like, it just takes your heart. And just David Lee Roth's I Ain't Got Nobody is a great fucking video. But Eddie Murphy's Remember the Time with the model, Iman, Eddie Murphy. There was a comedian or something.
Target shields.
Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's in it with the HIV. I mean, but that song is great because that's what it is. Remember the time when you fell in love. Oh my God, calling them, fucking picking them up, holding hands and shit, going to get coffee, having sex the first couple times. You really don't fucking know what the other person likes and shit. You know, listen, man, it's great. And when I first started dating Terry, I hate to say this, there was no love in my heart. Like, I didn't really have any love. I was a fucking dirty comic. I was looking to fuck people. I'm sure I had some diseases with me. I had like 3 or 4 diseases. You know, I got fungi toenails, not because I got fungi toenails. It's a mixture of diseases that are in my body and fucking viruses that are running through my body. I had a fucking positive result a couple years ago for a syphilis test. Before Mercy was born. Now, I haven't been with nobody's strains in 20 fucking years. How do you have syphilis in 2013 if you didn't have it in 2000? For years, I was going to fit. Then it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came back with a mistake. But I had all that shit. I had chlamydia. I had all that shit. It just went away eventually. I didn't take anything for it. I think I put some fucking Listerine on my dick and took a ride, Jack. You put some Listerine on your dick and wipe your helmet. Everything goes away. Plus, when they suck it, they're like, your dick tastes like Listerine. It tastes minty. It tastes delicious. But when I first met Terry, there was no love in my fucking future, guys. I was a fucking caveman. You know, it's like when I met Joe Rogan, he was still hunched over. You know, remember that podcast? I said that to him. I go, when I met Joe Rogan, he was still an ape. He was still hunched over, dog. And then little by little, he straightened up. Then he smoked pot and fuck it was on. You know what I'm saying? But when I met Joe Rogan, he was an ape. When I met Terry, I was a fucking savage, man. It was not good, the savage that I was. And I had to tape down my shit. I mean, listen, guys. I lived with her. We moved in together after 6 months, maybe. And we were together the whole fucking time. And I'm the type of guy I didn't want to disrespect her when I lived with her and shit like that. So I was pretty fucking good. I was really good. All that sexual shit, all that went out the window. The only thing I was doing when I was with Terry that was bad was snorting coke. You know, that was the only thing with her. When I first met her, I didn't want to break her heart. I realized that she was so fucking sweet that what would I've broken other women's hearts. And I'm not fucking proud of it, but I did it unknowingly. You know, I'm a good guy and I have a lot of good points.
Target shields offline.
Going in. One of my bad points is I'm not a romantic guy. I'm never gonna get roses and throw them on the bed and walk over them. I'm never gonna carry you to that rose bush. I'll hold your hand, you know. I'll hold your hand. I'll be there for you when you need me, if you're sick and all that shit. But I'm not a big romantic guy. Like when I see people fucking on TV and they're making love, my whole love-making session lasts 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm fucking hungry. I don't have time for this shit rolling around and kissing you and all this, you know. Women want you to make love to them and then hug them and rub their back and talk to them. Listen, let's go. We got shit to do. And people to see Law and Order starting in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've never been a romantic guy, but I do care for people. And I genuinely cared for her from the fucking third day. I care for anybody who feeds me. That's my secret. When they wrote that cliche-est line, the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, they were talking about Uncle Joey. And I'm sorry to fucking, you know, drop this on you right now, but it's the truth. I always loved women who fucking fed me, like without me asking them. Oh my God, it makes my dick hard. You know, a girl that you have a crush on, and the next day she brings you chicken cutlets to school. That girl was getting a fucking big surprise from Uncle Joy. I was gonna take care of her because I've always admired people. When I met Patty, the thing that made her different from any other woman that I was with at the time was that she cooked for me on the 4th date. She had me over. We were both broke. We both said it to each other that we're fucking broke, and she made me some chicken and some fucking black red beans and some cornbread, and it just felt great. It just tasted like love. That's the weirdest thing to say, but it just tasted like love. When I ate it, I'm like, I gotta get away from this bitch, because she's gonna put a spell on me and fucking make me fall in love with her. And she did. She fucking did. Against my fucking will, you know, and it wasn't, I know you guys, well, what's the pussy? Dog, it was her insides, what she was about. You know, I always looked at Bruce Lee when he used to date, when he was married to his wife. And I was like, why would a fucking good-looking guy get married to an ugly white woman like that? Well, she's not an ugly white woman. She just wasn't as attractive as I thought she would be for fucking Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee married her because he loved what she was, you know. And I saw a show on TV years later, like, you know, I don't know, 10 years ago, and they were interviewing Sterling Silliphant or whatever his name is. I think he was one of the guys that helped Bruce Lee put together Enter the Dragon or something. He was something to do with Enter the Dragon. And he spoke about whenever Bruce lost it, the only person that could really put him back together was his wife, Linda, you know. And I know from my experiences, at first I was listen, I come from the old school cut that you never go to nobody with your problems, you know. Like, as a man, you don't go to a woman with your fucking problems. You talk to other guys, or you figure them out, or you know, do whatever you need to do about to settle this problem. But you don't fucking bring it to a woman. But let me tell you something. I did. I went against all the laws, against anything any man would do. Because I decided, why have her around if she's not going to be a part of my dream? Why have her around? Why have anybody around if they're not going to be a part of your dream? If they're going to be a part of your dream, you got to tell me your strong points and your fucking weak points, you know. So I went to her like in 2001 or something like that, and I fucking told her where I was struggling and what I wanted. And guess what? She made sure I didn't have that struggle anymore. Nobody helped me book roles like my wife did. If you look at my IMDb, go look at my IMDb from 2000 to 2004. Just don't look at the TV shows. Look at the movies also. You're gonna go, what the fuck did you do? When I did that Q&A in Mountain View for the fucking Soprano movie, the guy, the curator, the guy that put it all together, said something that I never fucking knew. What do you guys think? I sit at home and count shit? He goes, this next guy I'm gonna introduce has over 75 credits on IMDb. And I remember looking at him, going, this guy's fucking lying to people. But guess what? I fucking came home that night, and I looked at my IMDb, and holy shit, my IMDb has a lot on it. And you could see the fucking development, like co-stars, you know, I was doing one days on movies, small movies, and then I just fucking ramped it up. I did a good job as a comic in LA. I did a good job with my career as a comedian. I wasn't the best comedian, but I was consistent. I stuck to it, and I was fucking crazy. But I tell you what, I wasn't that bad of an actor either. I never saw myself as an actor. I saw myself as somebody doing something just to feed my fucking wife and myself and keep my cocaine habit intact. But after I did it a couple times, I kind of liked acting, and I got into it, and I fucking, you know, I'm not a Meisner guy. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, I'm a fucking Meisner guy. I studied again. No, I got a booklet, and when I go to audition, I open
under attack. Target shields offline.
I take the sides, and
Target
I do what
destroyed.
The booklet tells me to do to the T. I write a background for the guy. I fucking write a story for the guy. I fill in all the fucking blanks, so when I put the audition on paper, everything is covered there. When I put the audition on tape, I'm sorry, everything is covered. Nobody goes to auditions no more. You put your fucking auditions on tape. So I do the same thing over and fucking over again. I don't deviate from that plan or anything. The book that I use is Ivana Chubbuck's workbook. Ivana Chubbuck is a great acting teacher in LA. Before I started studying with her, she had Halle Berry, and she won 2 Academy Awards back to back. Nobody does that shit. So I had to go see what this lady had to offer. And I took like a private with her one time. Like we just went over an audition. Cost me like $100 for a half hour. $100 for a half hour. Between me and you guys, you know me, I tell you everything. I think Ralphie paid for it. I think I had to borrow the money from Ralphie, and Ralphie paid for because Ralphie used to go to a different lady, so Ralphie understood that sometimes you gotta pay to fucking get the right, like just to get it right. I mean, listen, Luis Guzman had an acting coach for years on set. Gandolfini had an acting coach on set that he went over everything with. All the big stars, when they're committed. I'm not talking about these overnight fucking fly-by-night cocksuckers. I'm talking about these dudes that you look at, Denzel, the Joker, whatever his name is, fucking, there's a lot of guys that when they work, they pay. Listen, you're getting 6, 7, I don't know what Denzel makes. He's got to be making $100,000 a day or whatever. But when you're making that kind of money, you pay somebody. You pay somebody, and those guys, they want big money. Like I told you, my lady was a medium range, Ivana Chubbuck. Well, not really. She wasn't even a medium range. She won 2 fucking Oscars. So she won, I think like 250. I think now she wants $400 for an hour of coaching. So if you get yourself a 20-page audition, you get yourself a big fucking audition. This is the things you need to do to get that fucking role and to be great. But they all had fucking acting coaches on the set. I just, I always knew about Gandolfini's acting coach. I was thinking of calling it too, but she must want $10,000 an hour now. So I don't act as much as I do. It's not, I'm 58, nobody's writing roles for a fat old fucking Cuban-looking fucking dude. But you know what? At another time, if I get busy, I would consider taking an acting class and learning all over again. I don't know what technique to use, Meisner, whatever. I just used the Ivana Chubbuck technique and whatever she borrowed from people. And then a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, a kid at jiu-jitsu, Shane, great guy, fucking built like a fucking, gave me a book about acting, and that's another great book. I forget the fucking name of it now. I have it in my drawer. He gave it to me, and I didn't read it. Like I said, it was a good book. Like I kind of lied. And then his friend, who's my friend also, said, his dad was a big-time acting fucking coach. I forget what his name now is. Guys, I'm sorry. So I looked the father up, and I read that book the next fucking day, and that book is great. So now, when I get an audition, I also look at that book also. But anyway, who gives a fuck about that? The reason why I booked all those projects was because I came clean with my wife, my girlfriend at the time. She wasn't even my fucking wife. I came clean with something I never even dreamed of doing, I would never do before. And ever since I did that, I opened up the door to what's called a real relationship. See, we're living like fake relationships. The relationship I had with my first wife and all the girlfriends that didn't work out, they were fake relationships. That's why it didn't work out. I was not using. The word isn't using. The word is, when I had these relationships, I wasn't 100% committed. What do you mean by committed? I wasn't cheating. I don't like cheating on people because I don't like how I felt when somebody cheated on me. So I don't like cheating on people. So I don't mean committed by being all in. I didn't cheat on any of them. I haven't cheated on anybody since fucking I was in grade school or grammar school. I cheated on a girl that didn't make me feel right. The chick I cheated on her with is now, God knows where she is. And she broke up. She grabbed me out there. And guess what? They're still together and they're still fucking married. But anyway, who gives a fuck about that? My point is that I wasn't committed. I was committed about you. I was too much on my high horse when I had met the other women. I wasn't mature enough to understand these things that when you're with somebody, whether you're a man or you're with a woman. This advice is to all of you guys. And trust me, this is what saved my ass. I did, even with my first wife. She knew I went to prison. She knew I was honest with her, but I wasn't all in it. What does that mean? That means that I didn't share my struggles, and she didn't share hers with me. And when she tried to share hers with me, I was shut it down. I'm really sorry for that. That's what really puts together a relationship, is when you're both sharing your struggles. I'm not talking about, like, I need $10 for the rent, because I'm supposed to rent. No, anybody can do it. That's what couples do. I'm talking about really sitting down with your loved one. And trust me, guys, I had never done this before. Don't think that I'm saying this to you, because I didn't discover this till I was 37 years old, 38 years old. And I didn't discover it. It just happened. And then I saw the result of it. And the result is that Thursday, we're going to have our 21st anniversary, our 12th anniversary of being married, which means nothing compared to that. We've been together 21 years. And if I had to credit anything, like if people came to me and said, listen, people stay married for 50 years, 80 years, 40 years, and they give you advice, and you listen to them, you know. I'm a fucking bum, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking idiot. I'm really happy about 21 years, because I would never have gotten to this goal. I would have never gotten to this number if I didn't do the things I was telling you. I included her in my life. The struggles. Listen, I wasn't honest with her about the coke at the time. But once I cleaned up from the coke, I sat her down and I explained my whole struggle to her. When I came to New Jersey and I was eating the Xanax and it rebounded and I got sick, I didn't hide it from her. That's the first person I went to. She knew I was eating the Xanax the whole time. I mean, she was there with me, watching me, going, Joey, be careful with those things. I'm only eating a half. I didn't know what she was talking about, rebound, anxiety. If I would have listened to her, I wouldn't be in this position right now. So, when you're in a relationship, I mean, I'm going to have a great time with her tomorrow and Thursday, today and tonight. My daughter gets her promotion at kickboxing at Fat Joe's. She gets up tonight to Blue Belt or Blue Belt 2. So we're going to go out to dinner to celebrate the Blue Belt and me and my wife being together 21 years. But our real anniversary is Thursday. It's tomorrow for Thanksgiving, and then I didn't get her a gift yet. So when I finish up here, I'm going to run and get her at least a fucking card. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they get her for her anniversary, but I'll get her like a card, a piece of fucking... She doesn't like expensive jewelry, so thank God that I could just get her like some fucking charm for a bracelet or something like that. I love my wife. It's been a great 12 years of marriage, you know. You heard me for years on the church and on here. I never wanted to get married. She made it seem fucking easy. Under attack. First time I got married. Wedding, fucking on tuxedos, all this shit.
Shields offline.
But you know what, man? I'm really happy that I said, fuck it, I'm gonna marry this woman. I got on one knee, but I called her first. I proposed to her on the phone. I'm like, listen, man, we've been together for too long. This has to come to an end, and we're going to get married. She's like, really? I go, I'm going to hang up with you and call your father. I did that. When she got home that night, I think I got on one knee. I'm not sure. I just told her I loved her and I want to marry her. We put away some money. Our wedding cost $1,000. $1,000, and we're still together. So for all you motherfucking women that want to get white birds and all this shit, and then a year later find out that he's fucking the ugly housekeeper, like like Arnold Schwarzenegger was, and fucking, what was the chick? What's the chick from Desperate Housewives? Little cute Mexican, Eva Longoria. She had a wedding with pigeons and shit. She married that cheating brother. Fuck, that dude was fucking the sister the black dude from the San Antonio Spurs. You guys remember him?
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Banging glasses,
Target
letting
destroyed.
pigeons loose, and he was fucking the house. So who cares? My wedding cost $1,000. We got married in a fucking
Shields offline. Target shields offline.
chicken from Ralph's. They have the best fried chicken in LA. There's no fried chicken in LA, but Ralph's is at least like a 6. We got
Target shields
pork
online.
chunks from El Cochinito, the Cuban place. And I got pastrami from the best pastrami in California language.
Target shields
The
offline.
fuck up. We got some reefer.
Target
And we
destroyed.
And dress however the fuck you want. We got married on a fucking Wednesday. And you're like, Joey, why would you get married on Wednesday? Because I don't want to take people's Saturday away from them. So for all you motherfuckers that want to get married on a fucking Saturday and have us there all day, go fuck yourself. There's college football,
Under
there's
attack.
football, there's shit going on, and you want to drive.
Target
us.
shields
When you
offline.
pick a date,
Target
make sure it's
destroyed.
after March Madness and before baseball season starts. You cocksuckers. Yeah. Get married on a fucking Wednesday. Why are you gonna ruin people's
Shields
weekend?
online.
You cocksuckers that have those vacation destinations wedding, I hate you.
Target
fuckers.
shields
I hate you with
offline.
all my heart. Who the
Target
fuck do you
destroyed.
think you are to make people fly to another fucking country so you get married? Oh, celebrate our joy. Fuck you and your fucking joy. All I'm looking at is a $3,000 tab that you ain't lifting the rock. So you want me to fucking pay to go to see your joy? Go fuck yourself. You get married in the VFW, the same place you started sucking cocks when you were in high school after the fucking dance and shit. What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm gonna fly to some fucking vacation destination. Who the fuck are you? If your wife is sucking dicks for everybody, like a door prize, that would be great. You know what I'm saying? What about a blowjob if we go to a destination fucking wedding? But just to go to a destination wedding to lose 3 G's to see you fucking kid. Oh, and then they hit you with requests. We're doing a party. You all have to dress in white. No, it's not happening. Listen, come here. Didn't you have chlamydia 2 years ago? You sucked some guys at a disco and shit, and now you want to have a fucking all white? Knock it off. We're gonna give you a pass for wearing white at the wedding. You know you've had that whole busted since you were 15. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go along with your white dress. We're not gonna say nothing. Yeah, God and all that shit. But don't make me go to your destination wedding. I practice what I preach, cocksuckers. I don't want to take any time from you cocksuckers at all. It's even like the podcast. We used to do a podcast for 3 hours. Fuck that. Who's got 3 hours? Lex Friedman keeps calling me every week. Want to be doing the podcast? I'm in New York this week. Lex, you got to chop that down to fucking an hour. I'm not talking to nobody for 3 hours. I'm not in the fucking mood to talk to anybody for fucking 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with people? 1 hour in, out, tip-top magoo. Get the fuck out of here, just like I'm about to do right now, you bad motherfuckers. Like I said, I had a guest today on Zoom. We were gonna do a nice warm podcast for Thanksgiving, but that didn't fucking work out. I was gonna show up with a cornucopia of love for you cocksuckers today. But Steve's Zoom wasn't working today, and I'm not mad at him. I don't care. We'll get Steve in here some other time. I had a good time just telling you about my fucking marriage, my anniversary, and Thanksgiving. As you can tell, I'm really happy about Thanksgiving. You know, I never liked the fucking holidays. I don't want to sound like a fucking whatever, but I never liked the fucking holidays. And you're saying, why, Joey? Because I had pain connected to them. I don't have parents. Who enjoys Christmas with no fucking parents? But guess what? I had a little beautiful girl 8 years ago, and she makes Christmas, Halloween, and fucking Thanksgiving just so much more fucking special, you know? So now every year I get nice and high for it. Not high smoking weed. I get hyped for the motherfucking holiday. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that turkey tomorrow and that stuffing. My man from El Nido, Joe, I want to thank him for throwing me an organic 18-pound fucking turkey. We're gonna bring up to my to Mercy's godfather's house tomorrow or whatever tonight, and they could cook it tomorrow. He's supposed to come down. I'm still waiting for the call. Hey man, it was a rough year for all of us. So I hope you all really take a minute tomorrow and really, really be grateful for the people that are at that table, that are still there. Be grateful for the year we've had. We're not dead. We're not dead. A lot of people went into that hospital and didn't come out, guys. You know, whatever. Fuck you and the vaccine. Fuck you and the no vaccine. I don't give a fuck. I just want you to be happy tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. Tomorrow is real special for us. Seriously. So I'll check in with you motherfuckers tomorrow at some point of the day. Wish you a happy Thanksgiving and whatnot. But I want you to think about the last 18 months and what we've all gone through, this country has gone through. Tomorrow's a special fucking day, man. Make it special. Make it the best fucking day of the year. Christmas is great because you're giving gifts and shit, you know. Tomorrow, we're giving fucking thanks to the universe for protecting us, for saving us, for keeping us healthy during this fucking horrible thing. Horrible things have happened the last fucking 18 months. Look at this last weekend, that guy running over those people at a Christmas thing in Winocean. My heart goes out to those families. There were kids and old people, the dancing grandmas. I just want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving with your families. Look at them all in the face and tell them how much you love them. And that's it, motherfuckers. The joint is in full fucking effect. I put a picture of the pipe freeze on the internet yesterday, freeze pipe, and people went fucking nuts. I've been smoking that thing. Let me tell you how much I like the freeze pipe. When you don't smoke it, your throat hurts. Like now, that's the only bad negative thing I got to say about the freeze pipe. When you don't smoke it, you can't quit smoking. It's like once you go on freeze pipe, you ain't going back. It's like a black cock. You ain't going back to some little white 3-inch cock with freckles on it. Those days are over. You're gonna stick with that black fucking Malukia stick of death, and that's it, and that's that. Listen, guys, I love you with all my heart. Thank you for supporting the joint. Thank you for supporting my Patreon. Thank you for supporting Laughing Gas. That reef is getting stronger. The ice cream shop, I love them with all my heart. I'm working hard to get my license here in Jersey to become a recreation fucking dispensary, but if not, I'll bump into all these. ABX we're gonna release a new fucking 200 milligrams ABX capsule. I don't know what they're gonna call it yet. The Devil's Tongue or the Devil's Kisses or something like that. So I'll keep you motherfuckers posted in the upcoming months. I love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless your families. That's it. I love you. I'll see you Monday. Tip top Magoo, cocksucker. Stay black. All right. I want to thank all you guys and wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being with us today. I want to thank Steve Simone for at least trying. We'll get it back and we'll get him on the show. But from the heart of motherfucking New Jersey and Uncle Joey's nutsack, the joint is brought to you by DraftKings. Listen to me. NBA, NFL, NHL. Seasons are in full effect. College football, college basketball's here. This is the fucking season to make some geeters. You don't have to go fucking nuts with $100. $25 is great money. They have great odds over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Listen to me. The NHL season is underway and DraftKings Sportsbook has a tremendous deal for you. You ready for this? The only way to win your nuts is to win a little fucking money. Will the Philly Flyers win over Tampa Bay, the world champions? Who the fuck knows? But listen, DraftKings is here for you to place a nice little bet with. Whatever you want to do, a little college football, some parlays. They also have the same game parlays. And like I said to you, the props are out of this world. Monday Night Football, I didn't bet the fucking game. I bet for them to score. You could also bet on the field goal to score. And they have a tremendous social network. You can catch up on there and talk some shit. It doesn't matter if you're a one-time clapper or a depth deflection. However you like the way they fucking, you win. That's all that matters. And if Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, don't worry about it. DraftKings won't leave you empty-handed. They got a tremendous daily fantasy that goes on every day, and they give away huge cash fucking prizes. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. This is the season to make money. I don't know what the fuck you're doing scratching your head. Let's make a little key shit, and you're not gonna have a gambling problem. I'll tell you why. Because DraftKings is covered, whether it's PayPal money, credit card money. They do a system that is tremendous. They're safe, secure, reliable, and best of all, they're trustworthy, and you can withdraw your cash whenever you want. Take it from Uncle Joey. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code Joey. Throw down $1 bet on the NHL game and win if a score hits the fucking, if they just score, that's it. If one puck goes in the nets, you win big with promo code Joey, Joey. You gotta be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, PA only, new customers only. Minimum $5 deposit, dollar wager required, one per customer, please. Restrictions apply, see DraftKings.com Sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, I want you to take care of it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. But if you don't, let's get this motherfucking party started and head over to DraftKings and win some fucking Gitas. The joint is also brought to you by Manscaped. Listen to me. I've been sitting here with Manscaped for 3 years. I don't know about you guys, but my ball sack looks great. The area around my dick looks great. It smells great. And that's what fucking Manscaped has to offer. The trimmer is tremendous. You could cut the hairs on your ball sack without even looking at them. They have a light, it's waterproof, and the ceramic blades reduces grooming accidents. It's gentle on the jewels and even gentler on the fucking pogo stick, and it's waterproof. You can shave your nuts in the shower. And now you can pair that with the Manscaped's new body wash. It's aloe vera and sea salt. Oh my God.
Friendship
You
drive
feel
charging.
nice and moist. You want to taste it, your nutsack, but we don't do that here. Just in time for the holidays, they got the 2-in-1 conditioner. The whole package works together from the top of your head to the bottom of your fucking toes, even your little fucking mushroom, whatever, your fucking little fungi toenail. That's why it's called the perfect package, and I'm gonna give you a deal on it. You order right now, you're also gonna get the Weed Whacker. You're gonna get the motherfucking Lawnmower 4.0. You're gonna get the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver, which is a tremendous ball toner. And they got some anti-shaving boxes for you and a travel bag. Come on now. Listen, Manscaped is doing everything they can to make your fucking man area look like a fucking savage, you understand me? Shave those nuts, perfume them, keep them nice and smooth. That's what women like. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna give you 20% off and free worldwide shipping at manscaped.com. Bulgaria, Somalia, you filthy animals, raise your hands and get some Manscaped. You don't have to walk around with your dick looking like a savage. You can look like a fucking civilized man now. Like I said, Manscaped is giving you 20% off and free worldwide shipping at manscaped.com/Joey. Clean up your fucking candy cane for the holidays with Manscaped. I also want to thank CBD Line for always having our back and for being the best CBD on the market. How do I know? Because I've been working with them for 3 years. I went through 2 surgeries with them, and they've been nothing but fucking tremendous. With my knee, I use the kinesiology tape. I still, before I go to the gym, you can tell the fucking samples are getting smaller and smaller. I cut a little piece of kinesiology tape, and I put them on both shoulders so I don't have no problems when I go to the gym. Go to cbdline.com right now. They got bath balls, they got tincture, they got the joints that you can smoke, the sour space candy. It tastes great, and you'll be nice and calmed down after you finish it. CBD Line. Read. Go to their webpage and look at the 3 lab results. Read about CBD, CBN, and CBY, and find out why CBD Line is the best CBD on the market. And I'm telling you this, and I got a lot of problems, and I got a lot of fucking pains. CBD Line is for you. Use code Joey and get 20% off, and it gets delivered right to your house. You don't even have to leave the house. That's what CBD Line will do for you. I want to thank Manscaped. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank, who else was on this week? DraftKings, who's always my main dogs. Blue Chew, on it. And I want to thank MeUndies for always taking care of us. MeUndies, on it. No, MeUndies, Blue Chew, and Manscaped. Everything focused around your dick. I love you, cocksuckers. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys Monday. Tip top Magoo. Stay black. on, you bad motherfuckers. It's Monday, November the 22nd. The joint is brought to you by On It. Listen to me. Today is the Black Friday Monday virtual sale at On It. What does that mean to you? That means that they're dropping their fucking prices. They're giving shit away. New Mood, On It Black Label, Alpha Brain Black Label, Shroom Tech Immune, Shroom Tech Sport, Club Bats, everything is gonna be on sale. I advise you to go to onit.com right now. Don't miss this fucking sale. It starts today, 60% off. Use code Joey. They're gonna send you something extra, a little gift. If you use code Joey, go to onit.com right now. Right now. You're gonna start the fucking year off. Like I told you, we're thinking of 22 right now. We're not even fucking 21 is done and over. After Thursday, people are gonna be talking about Christmas gifts and how they can't get fucking G.I. Joes for their kids because they're stuck in Bangkok. Fuck it. Onit.com, code Joey. The joint is also brought to you by Blue Chew. Listen, Thanksgiving is here. And I know you want stuff more than turkey this year. When your old lady's in the kitchen and she asks you to baste her little fucking giblets, you want to be ready, cocksucker. And that's where Blue Chew comes in, tearing pussies up for years. You're like, Joey, what is Blue Chew? I do not have erectile dysfunction. I don't give a fuck. Everybody needs confidence. Everybody needs a little help. You're like, Joey, what's Blue Chew? It's an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis at a fraction of the cost. You can take it anytime, day or night. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com. You talk to one of their licensed medical providers. Once you're approved, you receive your prescription within days. The best part is it's all online. The doctor's office, no pharmacy, no judgment. It ships right to your door in a discreet package.